Well, it started off like a good idea. Last night I told Rachel I was going to try to catch some of these bigger fish out of the pond and bring them out to the woods when we delivered the buckets today. I made up a little cup full of dough balls for the carp and had my sunny stink bait and a little cup of worms. I should have known better when I saw the peanut butter cup laying there, because it's obvious that they come over to this spot. Well, it started off like a good idea. Last night I told Rachel I was going to try to catch some of these bigger fish out of the pond and bring them out to the woods when we delivered the buckets today. I made up a little cup full of dough balls for the carp and had my sunny stink bait and a little cup of worms. I should have known better when I saw the peanut butter cup laying there, because it's obvious that they come over to this spot. Anyway, I went back up to the house to get my coffee mug and dip net and rag to wipe my hands down with. I probably wasn't gone 15 or 20 minutes waiting on the coffee maker to do its thing and talk to her for a minute. Anyway, when I got back down here, Junior's already been into it. Ate the entire cup of red wigglers, dirt and all. I don't see a trace of it. That little container there had maybe a dozen of those dough balls in it. I think we stopped him dead in his tracks. I don't know if you've ever popped open a jar of sunny stink bait, but it'll burn the hair out of your nose. That's as far as he got with that. It's pretty rough. So I guess there's no fresh fish today.
Nope. That's nasty. I don't care who you are.
Well, at least he didn't steal my fishing poles this time. Last year we found one of them, a little crappie pole that he'd drug out behind Skunk Island and left laying out there in the woods.
Yeah, you left those right where you left them.
Anyway, we're going to get on with the walk today. Apparently he's pretty hungry.
Yeah, saying it's time.
Well, I've got to hand it to old Junior. He doesn't miss an opportunity for a free lunch.
No, he doesn't.
Anyway, let's get on with it and get the treat buckets brought out. And
Wonder if he had help.
I really can't say that I blame him about those dough balls. I don't know if any of the viewers have ever made them, but it's just Wheaties cereal. You crush them up and put them in a little rag with a bowl of water and vanilla extract, and
They smell really good.
I put a spoonful of peanut butter in there and mixed up with it, so you know I'd eat it. It's not that bad, but still kind of cringe about eating a cup of worms, though. That's nasty.
Well, maybe I like to think maybe
We've seen where they've dug around in old rotten trees to get the grubs and other things out. That sunny sure stopped him, though, didn't it?
That's nasty. If he had help, nobody wanted the sunny. Heck, we don't even want the sunnies. It's nasty.
You know that it's
It
really,
works good, but-
you know that it's really good when you dip that rubber worm into it and throw it in the pond and the fish float to the top.
Right?
That's when it's the right kind of bait.
Easy kid.
And now last year I had a little crappie pole that was leaning out the picnic table, and then it just disappeared and we didn't see it forever. And we were out behind Skunk Island, and it was laying out there by one of those trees.
In the middle of nothing.
I don't know if he was trying to imitate me trying to catch fish, but well, from here, the pond is 35 yards right through there, and probably 60 yards down the bank is where I had set all that stuff out, so maybe he was back here. Well, he left us a moon pie wrapper and the bag that the sliders were in. Hey, right there on the ground, look.
Sure enough.
There's one of those dough balls.
Maybe they were still back here as we were walking out. We'll leave it. He can handle it.
Got another
bag.
wrapper of something laying right there. And oh, you take his football?
I don't see it. It was right here.
What's by your toe? There it is.
Boy, they've ragged this blanket up, haven't they?
And that tambourine, I don't know where it went to either. Well, we've got quite a bit of stuff to leave out here.
I'm gonna leave their stuff,
Yeah,
except for the trash. I'll grab it.
I'll leave 3 of those. And that one, yep.
He's already on sale.
Well, yeah. That was just an appetizer. Well, there's some honey roast Peter Pan and 3 moon pies there. And inside the bucket there should be one of those great big ginormous apples and a bag of popcorn for him and a bag of sardine sliders.
Sardines.
Yeah, I took some English muffins, put horseradish mustard on them and the hot sauce sardines.
Oh my goodness.
That's an apple now.
Now, when you don't have this size, how are you going to explain that?
Well,
Sardine sliders.
sardine sliders. So it's an English muffin with sardines and horseradish mustard. He'll like them.
I don't know. Can you market that?
I guarantee they're not as odoriferous as Sonny's dip bait.
No, not at all.
I'd leave that dough ball there. He'll find it.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe they came back here. I was looking to see if I saw any more. All right.
Yeah, let's get on with it. If you can hand me that bag, I'll carry it. Got it. He's probably sitting right there chilling out when I came down and set everything at the bank of the pond.
Oh my goodness, look.
What?
Which
Oh,
way?
this is leaving us a breadcrumb trail. He's trying to get around ahead of us to get to the gifting tree.
Undoubtedly.
Maybe he thinks we've already been there.
Prime spot. Watch for feet here. It could be took too, you never know. He's getting kind of wily. Although I suspect it's Junior.
Alright, so we're gonna change it up a little bit today. We found a hot and heavy trail that they've been busting through back here around the far side of the mound, and they're forming a lot of limb structures and stuff back here, so we're gonna try this for right now and see. We've got their moon pies, apples, and peanut butter. Got some more sardine sliders, Vienna sausages, popcorn. That bag on top's got trail mix, dried fruit, raisins, nuts, all kinds of stuff in it. So we're gonna see where this leads for a little bit and maybe find another place to set up the rest of it. So come on along and let's go. Well, I think we're following the right direction. There's a peanut butter jar laying there. All the peanut butter's gone out of it and the lid's been put back on. I think we're gonna follow this on down just a little piece and put out the rest of this stuff. See what we see. Kind of trying to figure out where they've carried off some of the stuff that's disappeared out here. Kind of why we're poking around a different direction right now. like a tree they've been sitting around. You see how that's all pressed down around that big tree?
Mm-hmm.
Let's sit it up there and we'll scoot on out of here because it just feels like we're maybe back in the nursery area. I don't know. But we'll leave the treats here this time and get back to the regular walk the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a good spot. Look, they've been carrying stuff back here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a piece of a baggie right there and another piece a little farther out. Alright, let us get this set up and we'll be right back. Alright, so just to give you an idea of where we're at, we're between the mound and the area that we call the bog. There's a little creek that kind of feeds into the swampy bog area. I can see an X that's been made right directly in front of me on this side of the creek. But we decided to go ahead and set all this stuff right here around this tree. And got their fruit mix and apples, moon pies, sausages, sardine sliders, big jar of peanut butter, popcorn, a pear. I'm thinking right now we'll probably just leave that little area back in there alone. What I'm getting off of that is that's probably where the little bitty ones are at right now, so.
Yeah. There's some noise going on back there, so we're gonna leave them to it.
I said we were just curious to where the breadcrumb trail led off to, because there's got to be another little hideout stash point where Junior's been taking stuff. I was hoping we'd come onto it on this side of the creek, but I have a feeling it's back there.
Yeah. And it might be their way of trying to lead us to a different area, or, you know, changing things up if they need it.
But we'll leave this stuff here at this spot for now and see how they respond to that. We'll get back with it on the regular walks the next time around. Appreciate you guys coming with us, and we'll see you down the trail. Thanks.
Every one of the Oregon blocks is gone.
All the Oregon are gone.
There was that red one here.
Right, yeah, there was 3 of them in there.
3. Every one of them. Not sure what they're up to, but they're up to something.
Huh.
I just noticed that as I came around this corner. Alright. Now, Junior, you ready?
Alright. Come on, buddy, get up here and get it.
Enjoy it.
Well, what are they going to be doing with the Oregon blocks?
I don't know yet.
Guess we'll find out.
You hear me say yet?
Yet.
Yet.
Not yet. Alright, guys. Appreciate you coming along with us today. We'll see if all this works for us. Never know till you try.
God bless. Thank you.
Catch you later on down the trail.